Today we are going to look at a new UA that has been launched called Travelers of the Multiverse, which adds 6 new races. Okay, let's jump straight into this. We have here UA 2021 Travelers of the Multiverse by Christopher Perkins and Jeremy Crawford. Christopher Perkins is the guy that wrote Descent into Avernus, Curse of Strahd, and I think Waterdeep Dragon Heist, if I recall correctly. Okay, 2021 Travelers of the Multiverse. Let's see what broken shit they are going to give us now. This playtest document presents a collection of races to playtest in D&D. Okay, cool. So we have six races. Yes, these are taken from a campaign setting from Advanced D&D, I think, called Space Jammer, which I know nothing about, never played it. I have no idea. Okay, let's see. First we have Astral Elf, an elf denizen of the astral plane who is likely thousands of years old. Okay, what jumps out to me is that this is not a sub race. It's straight a race. Why is not an elf sub race? Am I right? Yes, I am. Why didn't you make this a sub race? Weird. Okay, next you have the Autognome, a mechanical gnome gifted with free will, so it's a gnome combined with a warforged. Cool. GIF. Some people are going to call it GIF. A hippo-headed being of impressive size. Okay, so you can now play a hippo. Cool. A Hadooz. Is it an ooze? I mean a slime. A highly adaptive simian being who used... Okay, so he's not. Weird name. A plasmoid. An omega... Okay, so this is a slime. This is really cool because I always wanted to play plasmoid. Cool. A Strychrine, a 6-limbed telepathic insectoid. It's an insect with 6 hands? No, wait. 4 hands and 2 legs, I think. Okay. Ability score increases when you okay, so you get 2 points for ability scores from here for any of them? Okay. Why didn't you put them right there? Okay, I guess. So we have to keep this in mind. Languages. Okay, so none of these I think have lore, so I think the language is the DM decides which one. DM is appropriate for this character. Okay, so these have no lore, so you're asking your DM to come up with stuff. Okay. Every creature D&D. Okay, so this is if you're a monster or a humanoid, etc. Lifespan. A typical lifespan of a player character in D&D to the century, assuming the character doesn't meet of an adventure. Members, some races can live for centuries. Okay. Weight and height. No, height and weight. Player characters, regardless of race, typically fall under the same range. Maybe in our world. What? You have a gnome here. How is regardless of race? Okay, this is weird. This is very weird. Okay. Okay, let's start with the Astral Elf. Long ago, groups of elves ventured to from the Feywild to the astral plane to be closer to their gods. Life in the Silver Void has imbued their soul with a spark of divine light. So it's an elf with some divine stuff from it. Okay, the light manifests as a steady gleaming. Okay, so you have cool eyes. Nice. Because nothing ages in the astral plane. Astral elves from the plane are thousands of years old, and their longevity gives them an unusual perspective of time. So you need to RP how your character perceives time, which is cool. It's a neat idea. It's already hard for elves to understand how humans see time, but it is more exaggerated, I think. Which is cool. Some are prone to melancholy, while others display the absence of feelings. Okay, so much time passes that they lose their feelings. Some of them. How? Okay, so you have to make your backstory with why you would leave the astral plane and start aging again. Okay, this is cool. Many look for creative ways to occupy themselves whenever they choose to live in a quiet contemplation or strike out to explore the reaches of the multiverse. They tend to see things in the lens of time as having little to no meaning to them. Okay, cool. Astral elves who do not dwell in the astral plane can live over. Okay, cool. So it's the normal elf age, I think. Astral Elf Traits, which is why we are here. You are a humanoid, medium, 30 feet. Cool. Astral Fire, you know one of the following cantrips. Dancing Lights, Light or Sacred Flame. And you can choose the ability, the spellcasting ability for it, which is cool. Okay, I guess. There have been races before that give you spells and cantrips, so it's not that uncommon. This is nice. Dark Vision 60 feet, Fate Ancestry and Keen Sense. You have Fate Ancestry. You have advantage on saving throws. Okay, make a void charm condition of yourself. Okay, this is from all the elves. Keen Sense. You have proficiency in perception skills. Does the elf have this? Let me see. Let's see. Does the elf have this? Okay, they have this, but they do not have keen. But okay, never mind. They do have keen sense, and they have they don't have the radiant soul. Yes. When you succeed on a death save, you can gain a number of hit points equal to a proficiency bonus plus intelligence, wisdom, or charisma modifier. Okay, so when you succeed a death saving throw, you will not revive with 1 HP. You are going to have your intelligence modifier. This is useful, I guess. Trance, you don't need to sleep. Okay, this is the elf stuff. Trance proficiencies. The elf doesn't have this. No, they don't. In the stage, you gain 2 proficiencies, each one weapon to your choice. Wait, you get proficiencies every night? By drawing them from shared elven memory. Okay, you have them to your next long rest. So you can choose 2 proficiencies, use them, and then change them. Can you have the same? I mean, can you have 2, then sleep and have the same 2? Probably yes. Okay, it doesn't say anything about it. This is useful. This is very useful. But the problem I have with it is why it isn't just another sub-race. Weird. Very weird. It's just another elf. It's nothing more. Okay, I guess Autognome. Autognomes are mechanical beings built by rock gnomes in their image, usually with a particular purpose in mind. Okay, so when you are PTs, you have to find a reason why your master created you. Oh yeah, yes. Something because of malfunctions or unique circumstances, an autognome becomes separated from its creator and strikes out on its own. Okay, so again, in your backstory, you need to say why you left your master. Bears a resemblance to its creator. Okay, most autognomes are programmed to speak and understand Gnomish. The internal components used Autognome manufactured can vary widely. Wow.
Wow.
An Autognome might have an actual beating heart in the chest cavity, while others might be powered by stardust or indicate clockwork gears. Intricate clockwork gears. So you can choose how you are built. This is very cool. Roll on Autognome history table. Okay, we're gonna skip this. Create origin story. Okay, we're gonna skip this. Like gnome Autognome can live for centuries, up to 500 years old. I guess. Autognome traits. You are a construct. Okay, so wait, size small. You said above that regardless of race, typically fall under the same range of height as a human. Are you contradicting yourself here? Because you say here is small. I don't know what that thing above was, so let's skip it and ignore it. Speed 30 feet, of course. Wait, 30 feet. Don't gnomes have like 25? No, dwarves have 25. Armored casing. You are encased in a thin metal, other durable material, while you aren't wearing armor. Your base AC is 13 plus dex. Okay, this already looks like a good class for wizards, because you get the intelligence from gnomes, but here you get 2 to everything from this, and you get the AC bonus. Build for success. You can add d4 to one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. And you can do so after seeing the d20, but before the effects of the roll are resolved. Technical to proficiency bonus. Isn't this bless? No, it's a better version of bless. This is nice, actually. Mechanical nature. You have resistance to poison damage and immunity to diseases. A second, okay. Okay, this makes sense. This is the word first thingy. You have advantages on saving throws against paralyzed or poisoned. You don't eat, drink, or breathe. Yes, this is the word first thing. Sentinelese, again, this is the from Warforged. Specialized design. You gain 2 tool proficiencies of your choice. This is nice to have. Through life, if mending spell is cast on you, you can spend a hit die. Roll it. Okay. It makes sense because you're a construct, so yeah. In addition, create and design you to benefit from common spells, preserve life. Okay, so you can still be healed by normal healing spells. A GIF. GIF are tall, broad-shouldered folk with hippo-like features. Okay, so they're they're big and they have a hippo head. Okay, some have smooth skin, while others have short, bristles on their faces and the tops of their hands. So they have hands. Impressive size and unforgettable appearance. GIF are noticed wherever you go. So you should not play a rogue with this class. Among storytelling is a rich tradition among GIF, and it's not uncommon to see GIF recounting their past exploits to an enraptured crowd. This looks good. Okay, RP wise, this sounds good as a lore bard class, something like that. The GIF are split in 2 camps concerning how their name is pronounced. Fuck off. Half of them say it with a hard G, half with a soft G. Come on, guys. Disagreement over the correct pronunciation often blossom into hard feelings, loud arguments, and head-butting contests, but rarely escalates beyond that. This is funny, but no, it's a GIF. GIF traits, that's not much. This is a little bit too small, I think. Maybe there is something broken here. Let's read it. You are a humanoid, medium, your walking speed is 30 feet, and you have swimming speed. Okay, you get a swimming speed, which is nice. Damage dealer, like a hippopotamus in a crystalware shop, you are naturally adept to damaging things. When you roll a 1 on a damage die for a melee attack, you can re-roll the die and use the new roll. No more than once per turn. So you're not going to hit it once. This is nice to have. Hippo build, you have advantage on strength based ability checks and strength saving throw. And you count as one size larger when determining carrying capacity. Hey, this is it. This is not good. It's nothing here. Okay, it's nice the advantage on strength based ability checks, but there's not too much here. Pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. Okay, this looks like a barbarian class or a bard. Okay, a bard lore wise, not because of the stats. So this looks like a barbarian class or a fighter. This is not good. I don't like this. Too small. Disappointing.
Disappointed!
A Hadooz. Why did you call it a Hadooz when it's not an ooze? I see here we have ooze. Okay. Hadoozes, that's a funny word, are people with simian features that long ago adopted to live among the tall trees of their home world. What the fuck is a Hadooz anyway? It's a monkey. Okay, just call it a monkey. They are natural climbers with feet as dexterous as their hands. Can you wield a weapon with your feet? That would be a cool thing. When stretched on this wait, I skipped. Membranes of skin hang loosely from their arms and legs. Okay, this sounds like the extreme sport that you do when you jump off a cliff and glide. If you know what I mean. So, when stretched taut, these membranes enable a Hadooz to glide. Okay. Hadooz were hunted by large numbers of predators. To survive the hostile environment, they developed an instinct and sense of community. Okay, so they live in tribes now. Those traits, so again, this is not much. This might be another disappointment. Humanoid, medium or small, you can choose, which is always good. Choice is always good. Your walking speed is 30 feet and you have a climbing speed, which is nice. Dexterous feet, you can take use of an object action as a you cannot use weapons with your feet, which sucks. This is very, how do I call it? Situational. Yes, this is very situational. Glide. If you are not incapacitated of wearing heavy armor, you can extend your skin membranes and glide. And you can do the following maneuvers. When you fall, you can move up 5 feet horizontally for every foot of your descent. So you can glide forward. Take damage from a fall. You can use your reaction to reduce the fall damage to 0. Okay, so they take no fall damage. Cool. And this is it? Or is it more? No, it's not more. This looks like a good monk. Just because it's the monkey. And looks like a good monk. And not too much. Just have the wings. Again, this is pretty disappointing. Pretty weak. Plasmoid. Plasmoids are amorphous beings with no typical shape. I always wanted to play a slime. This is very nice. Just for the RP you would have, because you're slime. How would you fit in society? What backstory would you have? Maybe a failed experiment would work. There are Uzis though. Do Uzis reprocreate? Who knows? They consume food by okay, wait, I skipped again. In the presence of other folk, they often adopt a similar form, but there's little chance of mistaking plasmoid for anything else, of course. They consume food by osmosis, the way an amoeba does, and excrete waste to their tiny pores. Okay, don't care about this. Breathe by absorbing oxygen through other set of pores. And their limbs are strong and flexible enough to grasp and manipulate weapons and tools. Can you make more than 2 hands? Or more than 2 feet? Although most plasmoids are translucent gray, they can alter their color and translucence by absorbing dye. Okay, so you're not gonna play a plasmoid gray. That's not gonna happen. You're going to play green or blue or some color. So it's not that you can dye yourself. That sounds not good. Plasmoids don't have internal organs. Their bodies are composed of cell fibers and plasma-like ooze. Okay. And clusters of nerves called ganglia. Why are you telling me this? Plasmoid to detect light, heat and take. Okay. So he can feel stuff. He can sense vibrations. Okay. Plasmoids can stiffen the outer layer of their bodies to maintain a human-like shape. Just a human-like shape? Can't you like turn in a other shapes like a square? Or a dog? So they can wear clothing and accessories. So he's going human-like just to wear accessories and clothing. This feels a bit restrictive. They speak by forcing air out of tubular cavities that constrict to produce sound. Okay, so they can speak. When they sleep, they lose their rigidity and spread out, and are sometimes mistaken for a rock. Okay, not a rock. A plasmoid is jelly. It's not hard like a rock. I don't know. Or some other feature of the environment. So you just go. Pfft. Nice. Traits. It is not that bad. You are an ooze. Cool. Medium or small. Nice. You can be a very small slime, which is cool. Your walking speed is 30 feet, okay? Amorphous, you can squeeze through a space narrow as 1 inch wide. This is very nice, actually. Okay, if you're not wearing stuff. So, you would need to leave your stuff behind and go through there and hope nothing is fighting you on the underside. Have advantage on on ability checks you make to initiate or escape a grapple. How do you grapple slime? Why not just give him resistance and say you I mean immunity? Is it immunity? I don't know. Well, you should not be able to be grappled at all. This is weird. Dark vision 60 feet. Of course it has dark vision. Hold breath. You can hold your breath for 1 hour, which is nice. Natural resilience. You have resistance to acid and poison damage, of course, and you have advantage of saving throws against being poisoned. Very nice. Shape self. Okay, so let's see if you can have more than 2 hands. If you're not incapacitated, you can reshape your body to give yourself a head, 1 or 2 arms. Ah, fuck. It's not that nice. 1 or 2 legs and makeshift hands and feet. So you can make more than 2 hands, but you can't use them. Or you can revert to a limbless blob. No action required. I don't understand this. This has to be fleshed out a bit. As a bonus action, you can extrude a pseudopod that is up to 6 inches wide and 10 feet long, or reabsorb it into your body. What? Use pseudopod to manipulate an object. You can send the mini you into the world to do stuff. Can it attack? No. Fuck. Activate magic items or carry more than 10 pounds. Nice. This is actually very nice. Overall, I think it's good. This needs to be fleshed out a bit, and it feels restrictive that you cannot shape yourself into other shapes. Maybe at launch it will be a bit different. Next, the Thri-kreen. Thri-kreen, how do you pronounce this? Thri-kreen are have insectile features and 2 pairs of arms. They have 2 pairs of arms. This is nice. Let's see how it plays out though. Their bodies are encased in a protective chitin. How do they look like? Let's Google it first. Thri-kreen. They're a bug. They look like a praying mantis. Cool. They can alter the coloration of the carapace to blend in with their natural surroundings. They are like a chameleon. Cool. They do not sleep. They do require periods of inactivity to revitalize themselves, like the Warforged thing or the Elf Trance. Which one is it? Okay, they are fully conscious and aware, so it's like the word for stuff. They speak by clicking their mandibles and waving their antennas. What the fuck? Indicating to the other tracking what they're thinking and feeling. Other creatures find this method of communication difficult to interpret and impossible. Of course they do. To interact with other folk tracking rely on a firm telepathy. Whoa, they get telepathy too? Okay, this might be a bit too much. Depends on how the hands work, so let's see how the hands work. A monstrosity, of course. You can be a small bug. Again, choice is always good. 30 feet, and you get the AC 13 plus Dex modifier from the chameleon carapace, and you can probably match the color of your surroundings, giving you advantage on stealth checks. Okay, already this looks like a wizard. Depends. Let's see how the hands work. Or a rogue. You don't need a stealth check anyway for the advantage. You don't need it as a rogue anyway. But it's nice to have, I guess. Dark vision. You can see in dim light, 60 feet, okay. Secondary arms, this is interesting. Let's see. You have 2 slightly smaller secondary arms below your primary pair of arms. Okay. The secondary arms function like your primary arms, with the following exceptions. You can use a secondary arm to wield a weapon that has the light property, but you can't use a secondary arm to wield other kind of weapons. And you can't wield a shield with... Okay, let's search a bit. What weapons have... Okay, light weapons D&D. I don't know all of them. Okay, so... Light weapon, okay. Okay, so you have 4 hands, right? And you can't, in the smaller one, you can't use a shield. Wait a second. If you have 4 arms, okay? In one big arm, you... Okay, no, wait. Let's open up paint. Open up paint for me. Okay, let's... Behold my drawing skills. What the f... This is the new paint, of course. Okay, so you have like a head and blah blah blah, and you have 4 small arms, 2 smaller ones. Okay, in the small one you can't wield small weapons. You don't know. Okay, you can wield just light weapons and you can't use a shield. If you go fighter, couldn't you have a shield here and two short swords? Is the short sword? Yes, it is light. So you have two short swords in the small hands, and you get the fighting style duelist. No. Now you get dual wielding. Yes. Two weapon fighting. And that would give you ability modifier to the damage on the second attack. And you have a shield. So it's 1 AC from here and you gain extra damage. And maybe here you can have a... You can get the... what the fuck is it called? Crossbow expert, and have a hand crossbow and use a bonus action to fire it. Okay, or... Okay, let's say you're not a fighter, okay. Let's say you play a wizard with 4 hands. I don't know how would that work, but I wouldn't go this for a wizard. Okay, this actually would be a nice class for a wizard because you get the AC stuff and the stealth stuff, so it's good. Okay, let's see. You have you have a staff here, right? And would you make the staff be an arcane focus? I don't know, say you have another arcane focus that is not your staff. In the other hand. What can you use the smaller hands for? You can have your book. And I don't... Okay, this needs time to think about it. Barbarian. You go berserker and again you have a shield. Let's say you have an axe. You have an... you cannot use a shield in the small hands. Fuck! Okay, let's see a rogue. You have a rapier here, right? You have 2 rapiers, right? And you go for the feat that gives you a fighting style. So and you can sneak attack with them. And what you do with the big hands? You can have a bow here. Yeah, and you wouldn't need to change hands. I don't know, this needs time. Somebody will come up with some stupid shit. Okay, let's go to sleepless revitalization. You do not require sleep and you can choose to remain conscious during your long rest. Okay, so... Okay. And you gain the telepathy, which again works really well with rogue because you don't need to talk when you're stealth. This is too much, guys. Jesus. Yeah, this is just too much. It's too much. Okay, the hand stuff, it's nice. I mean, it's a good idea. But why would you give it telepathy as well and sleepless revitalization? This is too overloaded, I think. Yeah, anyway, I don't recommend using, again, I don't recommend using any of these yet because they have no lore. Okay, you could go back and read Spelljammer. Spelljammer, what the fuck is it called? But it has nothing here. And okay, let's recap a bit. The Astral Elf is just another elf. I guess if you wanna be really old and don't have feelings, I guess it's fine. Then the Autognome. It's cool. It's actually cool. I think it's the best one here. It's a perfect for the wizard. It's actually really good for a wizard. Next, you have a GIF. Wait, as a wizard, you could take proficiency in alchemy tools and herbalist tools. The GIF and the Hadoos are pretty underwhelming. I don't like them. Especially the Hadoos is weak. He's very weak. He doesn't have any fighting or skill improvements, just the flying thing. And this dexterous feat is just so situational. The plasmoid, I like it. It's a bit restrictive. From what would I have wanted, maybe you can change it for your table, but it's overall good. The strike crane is just overloaded with stuff. It's not balanced at all. Yeah. Anyway, we are going to end it here. Thanks for watching and see you next time.